Hello everybody, this is our ongoing series on me packing up the cars from the recent Hot Wheels releases. We've done G, we've done H, we've done J. Time to do Mix K. Some cool stuff. I didn't pull a lot of highlights. I'll show you the stack of cars, not a huge stack of cars. Didn't pull a lot of highlights from Mix K, but there's some real good ones in Mix K. I've got the cars from the collection. Here they are. Let's get right to it. Some highlights. This is one that I'd have to figure out exactly where I'm going to put it. This is the treasure hunt, the regular treasure hunt from the K case, the 87 Dodge D100. Love this casting. I've actually got some in the Zamak collection. I think there was a red edition. And this treasure hunt is awesome. I was impressed with this truck as is when I saw it. And now when you see that it's a regular treasure hunt, you just go, oh, it's super cool as well. Love the striping. BF Goodrich, Hot Wheels graphics. I wonder if that's a Leeway design. And then the TH. It's just a really good looking truck. And I've got to find a place for it. I'm just going to go ahead and put that over here and go to the ones that I know are going into the collection right now. This is the Corvette C8R. This is the 4th version. Let's take a look at the car first. Here it is. It looks very similar to the one they put in premium for Car Culture, right? In blue with some racing stripes, number 8. Like it. I really like the casting. I like it better than the regular C8R. This is the tail end of my Chevrolet, because you can see I've got the new Corvette that was in a few mixes ago, and then I'm starting up with Datsun. So if you see the other side of this, I finished off my Chevrolet portion of the collection with Corvettes. I'm kind of weird about Corvettes. I love Corvettes, and one of my favorite, as I've promoted the last, month or so, the Greenwood Corvette is one of my all-time favorite, top 5 Hot Wheels castings, and I don't care what they put on it, whatever deco they put on it, that will go into the collection. I think I'm only a completist with the Greenwood, and then you can see I've got some various, more realistic style decos. I'm a little picky on what I put in the collection moving forward. And so then, but I've really liked the C8R. So we had 3 versions last year. Yellow, we had a red edition from Target, and then there's this gray version, this recolor, which I thought were awesome. And then there's, of course, the C8, regular C8. Let's see if I can move stuff out of the way so you can see them. There you go. So this guy obviously goes right there. I don't know if we get a recolor. If we do, it's going right there, and then I'll have to make more room. Just in terms of highlights, there's the Datsun 240Z. I don't collect all of them, but if you know what this one's all about, there's the doozy in terms of rarities of any collections, the Faster Than Ever, which was only on short cards, only I believe in Canada. And it's a rare one, but I'm happy to have that one. Opened it a long time ago. Don't know if I'd open them. Well, I'm glad I opened it. What am I saying? All right, let's get rid of that. Moving on, let's go Audi. This is the 84 Audi Sport Quattro, back in the basic range. It's been in premium from the, it was in the Rally set, and then just recently released, just starting to show up in the Target 2-packs. Where did I have it? There it is. So, well, let's look at the model first. There's the art. Looking good in Rally graphics. Liking everything about this one. 10 spokes looks cool. Let's pull out, well, that's on there. I'll pull out the Audis so you can see them. And I will open that up so you can see, let's see, you got the tail end of Aston Martin here. There's a Target Red Edition that I only have one of, so it's sitting in the Red Edition collection. If I can ever get a second one of those, I'll put it in here with the Vulcans. But here's where the Audi Rally, the basics start, right? So there was the 2 colors from a couple years ago. There was the regular version, which is still my favorite, in plain red. Absolutely love that one. That one, and then there was a Super Treasure Hunt. That's in with the Super Treasure Hunt collection. You guys have all figured out how I do this collection if you've watched a few of these collection videos. So that person, or that dog, that car, that whatever it is, Rally Audi, by the way, kind of nice to see all the deco there. Starts there. I'll have to probably make some room. Catch up. We've had a lot of Audi Supers, right? Audi Super, Audi Super, Audi Super, and then we're getting the Audi Super there too, right? You can see where the Audi ends, and we're getting a premium of this guy too. And then the BMW Bentley, and then BMW begins. All right. See, this is fun for me too. I promise you, I really like doing these videos. They're some of the most fun to do. McLaren F1 in orange. We've got a recolor to, that's a recolor from the black one. Where did I see? There they are. Seems like we've done a lot of McLarens in these videos, right? I feel like I've been pulling this case out a lot. So, well, before we open it up, let's take a look at the model. Pretty I mean, when I say standard, I mean it's in orange. It's a nice color. Standard, I mean in a good way. You've got taillights, you've got headlights, you've got nothing else. I just love how this is just, you know, again, bad use of the word plain, because plain, I think, kind of makes it feel like it's boring. It's not. It's super, super cool that it just has the details in the front and the back. Absolutely love it. Let's just get to it, right? Because we did put the F1 GTR from the previous mix in there. There's the Kroger. There's the earlier version. There's the earlier version of the F1, and there goes that. We're getting a premium there in the Leno garage, right? And then I had the mystery car that I did the sneak peek on, which I probably won't put in. And then I've got the new Speedtail, the purple Speedtail, which needs to go around on the other side. It seems like we've just done a lot of McLaren coverage of late, right? And then I think we'll be putting the Elva in there somewhere too. So, in the L mix. Yeah, lots and lots and lots. Mustang. All right, this is the 65 Mustang 2x2 fastback. Now, I pulled out the Mustangs. We'll get to this in just a second because I'll have to talk through what I'm doing with these. But this one I really liked as a highlight. This casting's been around a long time, but it has never looked like this. It always has been kind of a racing or like low profile rims. It's just a new look for this casting. Those of you who collect it will go, oh yeah, it totally does. And you probably already have this, of course, as the K case is definitely hitting right now. But I just like that they did the very stock look on this one. Love the green colors, like, would you call this forest green? Love that they did the 5 spokes. Love they did the stripes on the side and on the top. It's just a really, really nice version. But if you look at my Mustang collection, which is kind of like my Corvette collection, I have mixed in some premiums here because I'm still determined. I usually keep the premiums out, but it's there. There's a Super Treasure Hunt, which you rarely see in this because it's part of the Super Treasure Hunt collection, but I have 2 of these loose, so I put that one in there. And I'll need to make room for the 5-pack Mustang version, so I'm going to have to push all of those in front. But what I'm going to do is put this right here for now, but I don't have that 65 fastback. I have a couple of premium versions, and I'm going to ponder it. If you want to see the other side, that's where Ferraris start, or Ferraris end, right? And then Ford begins with the Mustang. So that's part of the Ferrari basic collection, which we'll have to get into one of these days. I've got, before we get to the new models, let's get to the Super Treasure Hunt. I'm not going to open the Super Treasure Hunt, but this is the Nissan Skyline HD 2000 GTX. I will be opening one soon. Might be this one because it's so beat up, but this is the one that Mattel sent. But we're going to be opening this one with the guys at JDM Legends. JDM Legends is the theme here. They obviously got their samples. They have a few of them. We're going to open one up along with all of the JDM Legends cars. We're going to do a feature on that with Eric over at JDM Legends at the shop, and you're going to see some amazing cars, including a 22B that he's got there. It's going to be so much fun. So that will come. So we'll open that one up. But I do have the basic, and I have 2. You want to know why I have 2? I think you guys can figure that out because it's one that I collect in the Super Treasure Hunt collection, which is right here, and then one that I'm going to put in my Hakoska collection. So, shown this a million times. Super Treasure Hunts, they all go together. That's the end of 2021. Here's where 2022 begins, but I haven't opened any yet. And then I always have their basic counterparts on the other side. But in the last mix, we had the Mustang. That's where we finished this case off. So I've got to start a new one. And that's what I'm going to do. But because I don't have a ton of space, those are those sneak peeks that I did the video of just a couple of days ago. And so I'm going to use this one for now until I get rid of those sneak peeks to put in the basic car and start the Hakoska. So let's have a look at it first. This is the basic version. Nice and clean. This has been a star. Everybody who's looking for the K case is looking for this guy. And it is super cool. I love the color on this one. I love the fact that it's got the simple stripe. I mean, I'm always up for a plain, quote-unquote, Hakoska, which I think we've only seen a couple of times, right, in Boulevard. But the racing is cool, too. This is the Jun Amai Hakoska. And then, of course, I guess I'm not complaining too much because we now have the really fantastic RLC Hakoska, which is kind of based on this one, and then done more stock in the GTR version. Anyway, so I always put this opposite what the Super would be. So the Super would go there, That goes there. That's very simple. Move that out of the way. And add one to the Hakoska collection. So here we go again. Finishing off with Mercury right there. I think there's a Cougar that I need to grab to put there. There are premium versions, of course. So these are all of the basics. There's the first edition from Junimai. There's a variation here I have with the roll cage. You can look at it without the roll cage. Then Zamac with the roll cage, without the roll cage. I have a third Zamac that's in the Zamac collection. This one I guess you'd consider premium. It doesn't have real riders. That was from that Heritage series. This is from the Road series. This was a fantastic one because this is Roy de Guzman's car, and they actually replicated it. He since changed it, but it looked like this time he debuted it at JCCS, and then Hot Wheels actually did the car in that style, that Kaido style, which is fantastic. Fast and Furious. What was that? This is a 5-pack version, and then we had that camo version, and we finally get it back in the basic range again as a basic. It's been a while, and that will go right there. Nice to see it there. And then of course I start with the Ken Mary, which we've seen, I think we talked about last time. So there is that, and then we've got new models. So let's get out the old new model collection. We've got one to fill in, and then we have visited this collection, and we will continue every time. And let's actually start, because this one's not going to go in there, but I did want to talk about this one because it's the highlight, is the Hot Wheels KITT concept. This is, if you look at it, it says that this was done by the Hot Wheels team. So they took KITT and made their own version. But take a look at the artwork, take a look at the model, because something interesting here. Just take a look at that silhouette for a minute. And look at this. Do you think Hot Wheels gave us another Vector? I have heard that that one of the reasons this was a one and done from Boulevard, I think there were some licensing difficulties, and I feel like we'd see it again in some way, shape, or form. But I just love this version from Boulevard. But it seems to me that Hot Wheels said, "Yeah, we'll do Vector." Look at even the top. I mean, this seems like a sequel to the Vector, more than a sequel to Knight Rider. Right? I don't know. I'm going to have to ask some questions, because it seems to me that this is a Vector. And they did it themselves. It's not a TV show or anything. It's just their own take on KITT. And I think it's kind of interesting, as I put it on the turntable, that, they did a Vector. It's a Vector. Anyway, that's kind of cool. I love the Vector. I love that casting. Love to see it again. But we kind of got it. All right. One recolor to put in there. It is the LB Super Silhouette Nissan Silvia, the S15. They just reversed the colors. It was white with yellow striping. Now it's yellow with white striping. Easy enough. Let's get it on the turntable so you can have a look at it. Really, really cool casting. Of course, you've got the headlights as part of the window piece, which makes it cool. And they're even part of the tail lights, so they really did this complete. So they can always put a racing deco on the side and have that cool break with the headlights and taillights. Hopefully we see more cars like this. It's really, really a genius casting. I can't remember. I think this was I think one of Rio's final castings. And of course, what a great legacy, because he really just nailed it with this one, with all of the details. I wonder if we'll see this one go premium. It's fantastic. And it goes right there. So we'll be definitely making space, but we got to start over here and add the Porsche 911 GT3. What a brilliant casting. We showed this one when we did the sneak peeks a couple months ago, because the design team sent it, but no reason to not look at it again. Just a fantastic, beautiful, beautiful casting. I think, man, I should have, one of these days maybe I'll do a feature and we'll take out all of the GT3s that Hot Wheels has done. It's becoming quite the family. I don't know if I have all the castings. I think I do, actually. Well, I'd have to look at it. But this one is as well done as any of them. Headlight piece, everything else. And it goes right there. We are done. That is the K case in the books, in the collection, all nestled in, snug in their beds. Let's add the L case in the next video. Thanks, everybody. Bye.